Ladies and gentlemen, today I'm going to show you an amazing C7 Grand Sport at Corvette World. Hello everyone and welcome back to Brink of Speed. I am here at Corvette World. I actually just finished up the latest live video with Robert and Mark, and I wanted to do something a little different with this video here. I wanted to drive something that I've actually never even driven. I have never driven a Grand Sport, C7 Grand Sport. Robert and I are gonna get a white Z07 C7 Grand Sport out, drive it. I'll give you my impressions of it, and yeah, it's a beautiful car. But real quick, before we do so, if you have not smashed that thumbs up button, please do so. My thumbs up squad has been excellent in smashing that thumbs up button, so thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Also, we are on the precipice of 40,000 subscribers. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, 40,000. And if you'd like to join that wonderful Brink of Speed family, smash that red subscribe button and the bell for notifications when new videos are uploaded. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's go for a ride. So as you guys saw in the live video, it's this Grand Sport right here. This is what we're gonna take out, and it is a Z07 Grand Sport. So we will be out in it shortly. All right, so as I said, Robert and I are in a beautiful white Z07 C7 Grand Sport. It's an automatic, and I had forgotten this, Robert, but I've never driven a Grand Sport ever.
Oh, jeez.
This is the first time I've ever driven a C7 Grand Sport, and actually I've never driven a C6 Grand Sport. So
yeah, so we'll put that on our bucket list then.
Yeah.
What's cool about this car? And I'm not gonna lie, this is actually one of my favorite cars in the showroom. We're trying to find her a home right now. Obviously, if I had the money, I would have already made it home. It's a 1LT Grand Sport Heritage Edition Z07 package with navigation PDR.
Ooh, those brakes.
it's yeah. Ooh. Just like old times, huh?
I love it, man.
Blue Fury's memories.
Love the brakes. Those big, huge carbon ceramic brakes. Man, they bite.
Yep. This car here has only 3,255 miles on it as we speak. The Sport Cup 2 tires have already been changed out. This car was not tracked, but obviously the previous owner did not like them. And they went to Michelin Super Sports, and based on the way they look, he probably drove them at least about 2,000 miles. So the previous owner wasted no time getting rid of them Sport Cup 2. So, so you ain't got to worry about a track tire, but everything else about her is Z07. She also didn't have the stage 2 or 3 aero. They went stage 1, which tells me that's again previous owner influence, because again they do those at the dealership when they first take delivery. It's a one owner car, so it's never seen anybody else. So whoever bought this obviously ordered this way, because you don't see them like this.
Right.
Then a 1 with all this extra stuff.
But a lot of people, I have to say, bought Z07 Grand Sports as a 1LZ or 1LT to track.
Right.
And then they got the PDR nav
so they could do it. Yeah.
So they could do it.
But this one wasn't tracked, so that's what's hilarious about it. Yeah.
So right now I'm in tour mode, and man, this is bringing back memories of having a Z07 package.
Yep.
And the stiffness, even in tour mode. My C8 is just so much smoother than this over bumps. Now, right now, there's no bumps, so it's smooth.
Oh, don't worry, they're coming. We got that. We got that concrete road down there.
Oh yeah. Well, let's go to sport mode. Yep. We can hear the exhaust better. Oh, and the steering tightened up nicely.
Now this is obviously an 18, so this is 3 years newer than the Blue Fury. Also, I'm going to put it down in manual mode. It's been a while since I've... You should notice slightly quicker shifting, because each year they kept getting slightly quicker. Obviously not dual clutch, but they did improve it. So, because that's what's so funny when I get in a 14 and I start fiddling with the paddle shifter compared to a 19, because that's what the one I just sold earlier today. He had a 14, and it's funny, just by clicking it compared to the 19 I sold him. The 19 is so much quicker. It's just it's not like lightning quicker, but it's quicker. You can tell. It feels.
Well,
It's more responsive.
Going from a C8 to these shifts, man, when you click that paddle on the C8, it changes gear like that.
Yeah, and that's what finally highlighted what was.
Yeah, and even that.
Well, again, that's what highlighted what all these guys were talking about when they were complaining about this being slow. Because to me, when I was romping on it, because when it's in regular automatic, go to performance shift active, it's hard. It's a hard, fast shift.
Yeah.
But when you're doing it on your own, if you're on it and you're in track mode, it's not that slow. But after doing the dual clutch, I can see it. It's not instantaneous.
Right. Well,
that's the thing. The dual clutch is instantaneous. So
yes.
I understand. And that, what was it? The Porsche is what they call it, the PDK.
PDK.
Yeah. So the Porsche PDK and the new C8 are apparently the fastest two on the market now, from what I'm being told.
Yes.
So
yes,
I mean, that's correct. So I can see how that would spoil people, because it's so damn fast. And now I get it. So I still don't knock these that bad. I still think they're plenty quick. The only thing you got to do is, if you're racing with the paddle shift, is you gotta memorize that delay properly so you don't hit that red line. Because if you hit that red line and they go into panic mode, and then you're gonna look like that ZR1 on that Drag Times video where he got gapped like about 10 car lengths.
Woo! And I'll tell you what.
Now, let me ask you this. Okay, you're driving a C8. Okay, compared to that. Okay, now again, a C8 has more torque, right? So,
let me tell you something. This has an instant pedal.
Right.
My C8 does not have an instant pedal.
Because it's more relaxed setup for a daily driver.
It almost feels, I've said this before in videos, that my C8 almost feels like it has turbo lag. Because you mash the pedal and it kind of goes, and then it goes.
Because they wanted to, and I guess I understand why they did that. Again, because they wanted to mellow it out for the daily drive.
Yeah.
And it's a Stingray. Remember, you're in a base Stingray. We had a C51, but it's base.
Sure.
This is a Grand Sport, so it'll be interesting to see, and it's a track package. So.
Right.
So.
Yeah, this is really impressive. I mean, I'm in sport mode. It is a little bit bumpy now. It's gonna get real bumpy when I go to track mode.
Only we can jump this hill, right?
Yeah, exactly. Dukes of Hazzard, this hill.
Yeah, or remember the old Atari 80s video game Race and Drive? Remember Race and Drive?
I know.
In the hills?
I know.
You jump it. They showed a replay.
This track mode is stiff, but I like it. I mean, it's reminding me of my Blue Fury track mode.
Yeah.
Love it. So yeah, this is it's good stuff. Sounds amazing. Ooh, we got pole position finally. Front row Joe.
Just him practicing.
All right, here we
go. See, I mean that's great. I mean I would again. As much as a motorhead as I am, I want a Z01 or a Z06. I would, again, there's nothing not to be happy with this thing. Especially when you consider that the Z06 suspension is the same. It handles. There's no difference in the handling.
We're gonna go back to just regular automatic mode. Flip a UE here real quick.
Yep.
And
now remember, performance shift active.
I just love.
See, performance shift active.
Oh yeah.
There you go.
Oh yeah.
It holds it.
I absolutely love that this exhaust. You can hear the pop.
Right.
Every shift. Exactly. I mean, you hear it on my C8 as well, even stock. You really hear it on my new exhaust, but definitely on the stock exhaust.
Well, it's interesting, because if you break it down, this car here, comparing to the C8 Z51, I mean, this is definitely a better handling car. Still, no questions asked.
Sure.
But the C8 is definitely way more powerful. I mean, you've seen races. The Grand Sport gets gapped by this pretty good by the C8 in a launch race.
Oh yeah. But the thing that I love about this car right here, ladies and gentlemen, most of you probably don't know this, but there's a track in Germany. I think it's called. Oh man, now I can't even think of what it's called.
You talking about Nürburgring?
No. It starts with an H. Anyway, it's a track that's really, really good at testing out the mechanics.
Oh yeah. I know which one you're talking about.
Any car like this.
I forget the name of it, but yeah.
So, a manual Z07 Grand Sport, C7 Grand Sport, tracked it, and then right after that, a GT3 RS Porsche tracked it. And the Grand Sport beat that Porsche by like 2 seconds.
Yep. Because
that is amazing. That's what we're in right now.
Right. Now, and one of the reasons for that is it makes total sense. It's the power. 460 horsepower is underpowered for this setup. This setup was designed for the Z06, which is 650. So with that said, you've got the power is so easy to manage with this package.
That's correct.
That's why I remember when Randy Posts and company did that Grand Sport, remember the Admiral Blue one? He had the manual running around, and that's the one where he made that infamous comment. He likes sport mode better. There's your 3.60 to 60 time. I don't know if that's what we actually got, but you know,
had
it's
to
pretty
pedal
damn
a
close.
little bit.
Pretty damn close.
Performance shift.
Yep. There you go. Yep. And that is a fast shift. I mean, that is once it in the automatic mode, you know.
And then you just hit those carbon ceramic brakes,
and it just stops
and you
on
get
a
down
damn dime.
to the speed limit like that.
Mm-hmm.
Love it. This is a fun car, man.
Yes, sir. Another track, Virginia National Raceway, the 570 couldn't beat this in there. Now think about it. A 570 would obliterate this in the straight.
Oh yeah.
But the 570 got cooked by one of these in the number. Last I checked the numbers, the Grand Sport had a better track time on VIR than this.
That doesn't surprise me at all because, again, I mean, for this to beat a GT3 RS, 520 horsepower, and one of the best handling cars. I mean, the GT3 RS at the Nürburgring has, I think, the 4th or 5th best time. It's in the top 5.
Yeah.
Now GT2 RS is obviously
is the
second.
best. Yeah.
Well, no, it's second now. Only to the Lamborghini Aventador SVJ.
Yeah.
SVJ has the #1 time now.
Which is, I believe, controversial because then they say they said that they pulled the seat out or some crap to reduce weight.
I didn't hear that.
I heard a rumor about that. We'll take a right turn.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
That's okay.
Yeah, that's the rumor. Supposedly that was a rumor. That's why supposedly there was some controversy. But yeah, I did. Until the Senna, the Z01 set the record at VAR. The Senna beat it, and the Senna. It's fun. Kind of funny. The Z01 is actually faster in the quarter than the Senna, but the Senna's got that adjustable. You know, it's essentially that is the Senna is a full blown race car, pretty much.
Full blown race car.
But that's kind of funny that so it's better handling. The Z01's faster, and the Z01 is better handling than the 720 slightly faster in the straight. So go figure. But it's kind of that trend.
The 720 got beat by the Z01 at VRL.
Oh yeah, big time. Yeah. So yeah, the 720 is a little quicker in the straight because it's lighter. But irregardless, I mean, bang for the buck factor. Okay, I got this car here. We're at 66,995. You got only 3,200 miles on it. It's got the Z07 track package, and it's as loaded as a 1LZ or 1LT, excuse me, can get, except for the carbon fiber interior package. That's about the only thing it doesn't have.
And it drives amazing. It looks amazing. It sounds, I mean, everything about it is just wonderful.
Yeah.
I think any person out there would feel lucky to own this, and you should, if you're a track person or not. This is a great car. As I've said multiple times in multiple videos, even if you don't go to the track, 2 things that carbon ceramic brakes do for you. Number 1, you never have to clean your wheels.
Yes.
And number 2, they pretty much are lifetime brakes.
Yep.
You really don't have to worry about replacing those brakes. Even if you kept the car for 50 or 60, 70,000 miles, you're probably not going to replace the brakes.
We were at half thickness still on a 73,000 mile Z07 package, Z06, that we sold a few years ago. And it was not a track car, it was a street car. It was a street car. So if you're streeting it, these brakes will last a very long time.
That's right. So that's really going to do it, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you enjoyed the video. We're going to try and do this every single time I come and do a live video. And we might even change it up on the next live video where you guys might get to choose which car Robert and I take out.
Yeah, I gotta have owner approval, but we can try. I'm not afraid to do it.
Anyway, again, give us a big thumbs up. And if you'd like to help me reach my goal of 50,000 subscribers, make sure you smash that red subscribe button and the bell for notifications when new videos are uploaded. Come see us out at Carlisle at the end of August.
Coming up.
And we will see you guys out on the road.